All right, shalom, kahalayim la, Yahweh ba'ashem Yahushai ba'ashem rakak wadash. Peace to the election of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, nearby and scattered abroad across the world. Okay. Yahweh's name of the Heavenly Father, who the world calls God, whose name means He is or He exists. Bahashem means in the name. Yahweh Shai's name of the Son, who the world calls Jesus Christ, whose name means He deliverer or He salvation. Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash means in the name Holy Spirit, which is the spirit of truth that we've been blessed with in order to put forth this doctrine with all righteousness and sincerity. Peace, love, and blessings. Chaya here back with another video through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And I wanted to make this video real quick, just talking about the transition between the end of September into early October. And I didn't post too much about it on my pages because I didn't think I was actually gonna follow through with it. But I did it. I did a 20-day liquid diet, and the reason why I did it was, not only for spiritual reasons but for health reasons as well too. So for those of you who have been following me since a little bit early in the year, I talked about it. But I had a pretty high cholesterol, pretty high blood pressure, and Lord's willing, soon I'm gonna post the data, the numbers to all of that as well too. But I'm not gonna do it right now. But sometime in the near future, I'm gonna post the numbers to my last doctor's visit, and the one I'm gonna have in January of so-called 2025. Okay, so and the reason why I want to do that is to show brothers and sisters, whoever is working on that health and its truth, all right, through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. I want to show you, or I want to be an example as to how beneficial plants can be and how beneficial fasting can be. Because I've incorporated both of those things more into my diet, which, I did a video on it, but the word diet, the word diet just simply means prescribed way of life, okay? So, I just wanted to do just a little briefing on what I was going through, what I was feeling in the 20 days that I was on my liquid diet and things of that nature. I was gonna call it a fast, but I want to say about 11, maybe 12 days into it, I started getting weak because I wasn't hydrating enough properly, and I thought it was the whole electrolyte thing, but it was really I just wasn't hydrating enough. And so I started juicing. I started bringing in, just different liquids, zero sugar added and things of that nature. So, I want to say about 11, 12 days into the fast, I started, adding in some fruit juices and things of that nature. So anyway, so I started the liquid diet. I got my little journal here, and I started the liquid diet on the 25th of September. Okay, so I basically said, and just quick disclaimer, I didn't write down what was going on with me every single day because most days was pretty much the same. I've been fasting consistently fasting since I want to say about early August. Yeah, late June, early August. I've been late July, early August. I've been fasting, on and off, like doing, 2-day fast, 3-day fast. One time I did a 10-day fast and things of that nature. I don't believe I talked about it, but before this, liquid diet, I actually did a 10-day water fast and things of that nature. And I'll talk more about that later. But yeah, also this is not going to be very scriptural heavy, so this is just going to be more of like, once again, just a briefing on my experiences with this 20-day liquid diet. So anyway, September 25th, it says, so I got sick because I destroyed my immune system from my vacation. So a couple weeks before, I had went on, vacation from the job. Of course, still uploading videos because the truth don't stop just because, you on vacation from, your job in the world and things of that nature. So I was uploading videos, but I was doing a lot of eating and drinking, if I may be so, honest. I was doing a lot of animal products, drinking a good amount of alcohol. So both of those two things definitely got busy on my immune system. So I had, I was coming down with a cold because of the pathogens and the bad bacteria inside of me. So I said, so I got sick because I destroyed my immune system from my vacation. I caught a cold and killed it in 3 days, bro. I'm glad I was able to do that for real. Okay, so and that's exactly what happened. So at the end of my vacation, I got sick. I caught a cold because once again my immune system was destroyed and stuff like that. Well, it was I debilitated it. And things of that nature. So I got a cold. I was doing all of that. I had the sore throat. The coughing and sneezing, the runny nose, and things of that nature. And uh before I got sick, it was actually a little bit after I got off of my vacation. I wanted to clean my system out, so I started eating a bunch of fruits and vegetables and things of that nature for just a couple days, almost into a week. And after that, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start fasting. So that's what I did. So a few days, like I said, the first day of the fast, I noticed I had an itchy throat, and I already know what comes after that. So um, the first day was the itchy throat. The second day of the fast, again, this was just plain water so far. The second day of the fast, I whatchamacallit, I started getting like the real runny nose. I was like real congested and things of that nature. I wasn't drinking too much water, but I did drink water here and there. I wanted to dry fast and things of that nature. So I did like the first 2 days of the fast, the dry fast. Well, a soft dry fast and things of that nature. But I had the coughs, I had the sniffles, the runny nose, all of that stuff. And then on the third day, that's when the mucus and everything, from my head was, you know what I'm saying, like just coming out and things of that nature. And it was crazy. It was just like so much mucus and stuff like that. When I woke up from my sleep, it was just, a bunch of mucus all over I had to lay a towel down because so I could catch all of it and stuff like that. So the mucus and everything came out on the third day. And on the fourth day, that's when I started clearing up. So dry fast, you could look up the benefits for dry fasting. There's so many benefits. You could just look it up for yourself, but there's basically water fasting on steroids. It boosts your immune system. And if I'm not mistaken, the third day of a dry fast, it might be the same thing for a water fast too. But I know for my dry fast, the third day on a dry fast, my immune system was boosted. So I think that's why all the mucus started running out, at once. It started coming out at once, So 3 days later, so 9/28, it says, well, I was just talking about the workday, and I was talking about how I was just coughing up the aftermath of the mucus and stuff like that because when you eat animal products, they have, those pathogens and bad bacteria that'll cause your organs to develop mucus around it and things of that nature. A bunch of unhealthy fats, saturated fats being one of them in particular. Okay. So I was just coughing up a lot of mucus, I want to say for a week and a half. I was just coughing up a lot of mucus, So when also I'll say this as well too, because I looked it up. Mucus, well, my mucus was like a bright yellow, and what that signifies, what that really portrays is your white blood cells fighting the bacteria in your body. So all of that yellow that you cough and snot up, as far as your mucus coming out of your body, that's your white blood cells fighting off the virus or the bacteria that's inside of you. All right, so I just thought that was interesting. Let me see. So 8 days into I think I dated that wrong. I'm not sure, but I was 8 days into my dry fast, and I took 2 tablespoons of castor oil to force a bowel movement. Okay, because I usually watch A Healthy Alternative, and Chris James, the founder of A Healthy Alternative, one of the founders of A Healthy Alternative on YouTube, he was talking about how if you're not having a bowel movement, but you feel like you need to have one, it's okay to take two tablespoons of castor oil. Okay, it has to be hexane free. Okay, so I took two tablespoons of castor oil, and I was able to get a bowel movement out and things of that nature, and then I felt a little bit better. Let me see. Then I was talking about how I felt very euphoric, and I was still doing just solely water at this time. I was still doing just solely water, and I felt like just very euphoric, and just happy. I was just like real bubbly and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm losing inches off of my waist, and I'm just feeling, very like a real bubbly and happy feeling, and things of that nature. And if you look at some of the testimonials by other people on A Healthy Alternative, they mention a feeling of euphoria, euphorism as well too. A happy feeling. So I said I still feel mad euphoric, and then I went to a restaurant to go hook something up for future orders, things of that nature. Like I said, I'm still on a fast, but I just want to go talk to my restaurant peoples. But whatever, that wasn't important. Day 9. I said my bad breath is starting to go away, which it wasn't exactly bad breath. It was more of like carb breath, because before that, and I think I talked about it on a couple videos before, but since I've been more plant-based, I have very little to no body odor, very little to no bad breath. The reason why I called it bad breath is just simply because it was hot and stuff like that, and it was like it was rough, and I think like whatever was inside of me, I think it's called candida, something like that. It was just like a real dense smell and things of that nature. But it didn't particularly stink. It was just a very heavy smell. I think it's called I don't know. I just call it white tongue. I just call it white tongue. So on day 9, my quote unquote bad breath was going away, and I knew I was getting deeper into ketosis. You could look that up as well too. All right, ketosis is long story short, the fat burning process. Let me see. When I woke up that day, I actually forgot to drink water, because I usually drink water when I get up in the morning before I leave to go to the plantation. Let me see. I said I didn't notice till I got to work, and I said, F it, I ain't thirsty. Yeah, I said, fuck it, I ain't thirsty. So I think that day, on the 9th day, which that day would be the 30th, I did a dry fast. It says I said this doesn't feel forced at all. If anything, it feels like a reward for returning to the Lord. Started talking to more people about fasting. This feels great. Yeah, because I was so excited, and I said this on videos before, like, it's okay to talk about fasting. It's okay to tell somebody that you're fasting and things of that nature. Just, when it comes to the book of Matthew, the 5th and the 6th chapters, is basically talking about, like, don't look for a reward from men. Okay, like, don't boast about how you feel, or don't fix your face or look all sad and crappy while you're on your fast, because you're basically just seeking validation from men. And when you go on a fast to the Lord, you're only supposed to be seeking validation from the Lord. Okay, so but this fast, like I said, this fast wasn't particularly for the Lord, but the Most High was in control of it. All right, the Lord was in control of it, but it was specifically a spiritual fast. I'm working on my health and things of that nature. So I was just, letting people know how I was feeling, what I was going through, etc., etc. So that was just me talking about how grateful I was that the Lord put the Spirit on me to be able to, fast for an extended time. Now this is October 1st. Let me see. Anything worth noting? Like I said, I was talking to my friends about it. I was trying to get everybody on a fast, or to start fasting, so that way they could feel better about their health. because what fasting is, it's a self detoxing and cleansing, bodily program. Okay, and you just feel a lot better, like when you're not consuming food all the time, 3 meals a day, 6 meals a day, and things of that nature, snacks in between. You just feel a lot better. You have more time to do things that you want to do things that you need to do. You save a lot more money. That's another thing too. I'm not a big numbers person, I'm not gonna lie, so I didn't write down any starting weight, and I didn't put down any end weights. I wasn't tracking anything. But I know, like, just I say I was able to save up. I'm not gonna say any amounts, but I was able to save up a lot of money during this time and things of that nature, because 20 days and I'm collecting paychecks. I'm not spending it on anything, you know. So I was able to save up a good amount of money, So all praises. Let me see. Then I was doing some research on castor oil. Castor oil actually helps a lot of things. Chris James was talking about a lot of the benefits. Castor oil can help you. It can help promote hair growth. It can help your liver detoxify. I used it earlier. In my notes, I used it for kind of a laxative. So castor oil is very beneficial. The taste is, it's rough, but it works. It helps. Nothing really worth noting there. Yeah, here it is right here. The 13th day. This is on 10/4. The 13th day of my fast. I said it got real yesterday. I felt like I was about to drop the ball. Yeah, because I wasn't hydrating enough. I wasn't drinking a gallon of water like I was supposed to, and stuff like that. I was only drinking when I was thirsty, but that wasn't enough. I said I need to keep drinking water. I also started doing the beet mix. Okay, so yeah, day 13, that's when I started incorporating the beet mix into my water, which it was only 10 calories a scoop. But after that, I pretty much just called it a liquid diet. I said I've been coughing up hella mucus. I'm really shrinking though. I got two more checks to Yeah, I got two more checks to go to rent, and then I could start saving for a car. I'm excited. Yeah, there's just a little bit of plans, or whatever the case. I don't, really care or mind about talking about it. Everything is a part of the Lord's will. Everything is the Lord's will, and stuff like that. But I was talking about how I was shrinking and stuff like that. I'm probably not gonna put pictures up here, not for this video and stuff like that. Maybe in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like my transition from how I looked before to how I'm gonna look, I don't know, maybe January, February area or what have you. But I noticed I started shrinking like a lot. I shrank down like two pant sizes, because before I started the fast, I was wearing a size 36, and I shrank down to a size 34 at the end of the fast. Also with my love handles being, just pretty much completely gone. So that happened. Let me see. The second week of the fast, I completely had keto breath. All right, if you don't know what keto breath is, you could look it up. But just to brief you, it's basically like this ammonia smell and stuff like that. So it's because your body is completely absent of carbohydrates. Okay, so you because I wasn't absorbing anything, carb heavy and stuff like that. At this time, I think I was only still taking the beet mix. I didn't start juicing yet. I didn't start drinking any other fruit juices yet. I think I was only still taking the beet mix. And I still had keto breath and stuff like that. So it was like this very heavy smell of ammonia. I noticed my armpits are smelling like that too. Just smell like ammonia and stuff like that. But keto, you're basically in the fat burning process. I was feeling more active week 2, day 15. I was feeling more active. I was a lot less gassy, so I wasn't doing a lot of burping. I wasn't, farting a lot either. I noticed this might be too. I mean, I probably already said too much information already, or whatever the case. But I noticed my erections started, like, they would pop up here and there, but they would be like very solid and things of that nature. So because when you're fasting, it's weird. It's like I don't really know how to explain it. and stuff like that. But like I said, fasting is a it's a like a cleanser, like a self cleansing program for your body and things of that nature, and everything is being managed. So through fasting, the process of autophagy is eating away at old proteins and fat particles and things of that nature, and it's like really clearing out your arteries up here like in your chest and down below. Okay, so I noticed my erections was a lot different. They was becoming more sensitive. I also wasn't ejaculating at this time. The whole liquid diet, I did not ejaculate. And I also noticed my sleep was improving, and also got somebody else to start fasting and things of that nature. So 10/8, I said I was gonna start my juicing and stuff like that. I actually didn't end up juicing to the end of October. Well, we still in October, but I decided not to do the juice for the rest of the month. I cut it at 20 days because I just got weak. But I also noticed that I also noticed that I wasn't shrinking anymore, and whatchamacallit, and I think it's because my body went into like starvation mode, and when that happens your body actually holds on to fat for emergency situations. So I just decided to break the fast at 20 days and stuff like that, and start incorporating more proteins into my body. Okay, so when you start incorporating more protein and carbs into your body, that's how you could build muscle more effectively, and that's one of my goals. I would like to put on more muscle, not to be vain, but just to take care of my body and things of that nature. There's nothing wrong with having muscle or having muscles period on your body. It's better than being overweight. Let me see. Yeah. So I mean that was pretty much it. That was pretty much it. After that, I just started juicing for a little bit, and then I started back eating on my regular pattern, and but the only thing that changed this time is that I'm staying plant based at least to the end of this year, because plants just work better for my body. I just feel a lot more energized. I sleep better, um, and things of that nature. So that was the plan. I was just I was juicing for a little bit, but I'm back on like my regular diet. Just eating one meal a day. I only eat one meal a day, and I just eat however much I want to and stuff like that. And with all the carbs and the fats satiating you, the carbs, the fats, and the proteins satiating you, it's actually very hard to eat a whole bunch of vegetables at once. So for you brothers and sisters, if y'all do ever decide to go plant based, you got to make sure you strategize how you eat your vegetables, because they will fill you up very fast. Fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds, grains, legumes, etc., etc. Like, they will fill you up very fast. Let me see. Yeah, and that was pretty much it. That was pretty much it. So I just wanted to talk about my fast. I also noticed that in some of those testimonies on A Healthy Alternative, they talked about this emotional detox. Fasting can hit you at a very emotional level to where you start to detox your emotions. I didn't experience that, and I think it's because I already went through that, prior, like previously, and stuff like that. Not while I was fasting, but when I went on a plant-based diet, I noticed my mind started getting better and things of that nature. And that was like around May. That was around May. Like, my mind just started becoming a lot more clear when I, started eating more plant-based products and stuff like that. So I think the emotional detox already happened. For me, for me at least, and stuff like that. I'm not holding on to any anger, resentment, or what have you, and things of that nature. I'm not hurting from anything in the past. I feel fine, actually. Like I said, the whole fast, I just felt euphoric. I was sleeping great. I felt a lot. I mean, I was weak because I knew I was losing body mass. I knew I was losing, some muscle, but I still felt good. Like, I felt fine. I felt happy and things of that nature. So that's all I wanted to add on that. Talk about, concerning that. Lord's willing, this was edifying to somebody, and this might get you into fasting. Like I said, I shrank like two pant sizes. Like my waist went down like tremendously. I have absolutely no more love handles. I have no love handles and things of that nature. So I just thought that was great, you know. So um my next goal is, like I said, just building a little bit of muscle and just doing some strength training. There's nothing wrong with strength training. There's nothing wrong with incorporating fasting, once or twice a week or once or twice a month, however you see fit, So, Lord's willing, this is edifying. Shalom.